In the name of Allah, good morning, greet for my lovely students and best students ever. How are you? Hope that you are spending a great time. Today we will complete our distance learning for your curriculum, Cambridge Global English, Stage 4, and first thing with our aims for today. Module 8 or Unit 8, The Golden Falcon, page 114 in your learner book. And our first aim is to read for specific information. We will read about the Golden Falcon in such a museum, and then we will answer some questions. And number 2, to practice using quantitative pronouns. To practice using quantitative pronouns. There are some questions in number 1. Talk about it. Can you think of a famous object in your country that was stolen? What was it? Was it found? Here in Oman, I think no. If something like that happened in your original country, please send me. And now let's skip to number 2. This is the most important. Number 2, we have some questions here. Number 1, read the newspaper report. Number 1, what has happened? Number 2, when did it happen? And number 3, where did it happen? You should stop the video and read the passage or the newspaper report carefully. Then you return to your questions and answer them. Golden Falcon's theft from Saatchi Museum. The Golden Falcon, the falcon as you see in the picture, you know the bird. The Golden Falcon, one of the most important and valuable exhibits at the Saatchi Museum, has been stolen. It happened during the early hours of Sunday morning, when the alarm began to sound at the Saatchi Museum. Security guards didn't see anybody entering or leaving the museum, although an eyewitness confirmed seeing somebody running out of the back entrance of the museum. Investigators have looked everywhere for the thief and the falcon, but they are nowhere to be found. Nothing else was stolen from the museum. Language detective. Quantitative pronouns. Quantitative pronouns like any, some, no, and every. These 4 pronouns are called quantitative pronouns, and we are using them. Number 1, with the place, as if when I say somewhere, nowhere, everywhere, anywhere. Number 2, I can use them with persons when I say somebody, nobody, everybody, and anybody. And number 3, I can use them with objects, I mean things, when I say everything, nothing, something, and there is another word but it is not written in the book, anything. These pronouns are called quantitative pronouns. Now we will listen to the audio to answer number 3. Listen, look at the language detective and complete the sentences with quantitative pronouns. Then listen and check. Let's listen, okay?
Track 44. Good evening. As you all know by now, the Golden Falcon has been stolen by someone. Police teams are looking everywhere in the museum for fingerprints and other evidence which will help them find the thief but so far nothing has been found. Nobody has reported seeing the thief enter the building, but the guards did hear something strange around 8 o'clock, so they did a security check, but didn't find anything. We also have an eyewitness who saw somebody running out of the building, and that is all the information we have for now.
Before listening to number 4 or track 45, I wanted to tell you what is the meaning of some words in the text. Number 1, the word valuable. Valuable means worthy. What is the meaning? Precious, priceless, expensive. This is the meaning of valuable. Number 2, the word exhibits means objects on show. Objects or things on show. Number 3, eyewitness. A person who has personally seen something. A person who has personally seen something happened and can give a first-hand description of it. Another simple meaning is watcher. Someone who watched something with his personal eyes. Okay. Number 4, the word although. Although means though means but. Like when I say, although the sun was shining, it wasn't very hot. Or, although it is small, the kitchen is well designed. Okay? These are the most important vocabulary in your text. Listen now and check.
Okay, could you describe what you saw last night, please?
Well, I was doing the washing up and looking out of the window as I always do. It was about 8 o'clock when I heard a door bang shut. Our dog started barking. I looked out of the...
Now, exercise 4. Listen to the description of the thief given by the eyewitness. Who is it? Listen and tell me. Look at the persons in your book, page 115. Number 1, number 2, number 3, or 4. They will describe him in the listening script, and please choose the correct one. Okay?
Track 45.
Okay, could you describe what you saw last night, please?
Well, I was doing the washing up and looking out of the window as I always do. It was about 8 o'clock when I heard a door bang shut. Our dog started barking. I looked out of the window and there was a man running away from the museum. I saw part of his face and hair. He had dark, straight hair. I think he had brown eyes, but I'm not sure. Oh, and I nearly forgot. He had a very long, pointed nose.
Exercise 5. Pronunciation or homophones. Now we will listen to the word. You should choose which word is meant in the listening text. When I say I and I, what is the meaning of homophones? That means I have two different words and I pronounce them in the same way. Like when I say I, it can be that organ of my body, or it can be the pronoun that expresses me. Even it can be the number and can be the verb, which means I finished my eating. I ate. I had my food. Okay? Number 3, for example, hour and hour. Number 4, there and there. Nose and nose. Then we should now listen and choose which word is meant in the listening script. Please listen and choose the correct word. Is it I or I? Number 1, 8 or 8? Okay? Yeah, circle the correct word. First or second when?
Well, I was doing the washing up.
2.
It was about 8 o'clock when I heard a door bang shut.
3.
Our dog started barking.
4.
I looked out of the window and there was a man running away from the museum.
5.
Oh, and I nearly forgot. He had a very long, pointed nose.
We have finished our homophones.
Track 47.
We have finished our homophones and now we should choose. I think you have chosen them and I am sure they are correct. My fabulous students and best students ever. Your homework is page 115 in your learner book. Thank you for joining me for today. And please watch your video, listen to the audio, and answer and share actively as usual. Thanks again, and my best wishes. Bye.